I am busy today. It is after 4th July. It's 5th July 2022, and I got a visit today, and it's from my church. I am in the LDS church, but it was named Mormon Church. But I have not had any contact with the church in 3 years, and they got me 2 new men to come and visit me in February this year, and those 2 men have not showing up. So today do I get those I have not been taught so much about in the Mormon church, because people have been scared of me, and I have not get an education, very little, so I don't know how they are doing in that church. The main reason why I be a member of the church, it was because I needed to be a member to could look at my DNA match, to get help to build my family tree, because it is too much money. I have to pay if I should not be a member, but as a member I have free research, so it works very fine. But that family tree, it's people in it's in United States. I can't say any other countries, because that's what it is. That is American, most women, but men also, that work against my family tree and other people's family tree, because they think they know everything in the world, and they know better than me, than about my parents, for example, to spell my mother's name. That is a rare name. It's not a common name, and it's spelled in a special way, but they try to convince me that my mother's name is spelled in their way to see it. And that make it harder to see ancestors in the family tree. And then it was someone on Facebook I asked for friendship, and he accepted, and his surname was Rosen. I don't know how you pronounce it, Rosen. And I wrote to him on his post and say that you maybe have ancestors from Sweden, because I have in my family tree Rosen, but then I also have von Rosen, an American, most American, not everyone, they don't understand this von Rosen. They don't know, and they take it away. But von, it must be included into to the surname, but it should be separated. So it be von and then a space and then Rosen. And they have taken away. So it's only Rosen now. And then someone else that had that surname wrote that, no, we are Russian from both sides. You don't get the cigar, she wrote me. And I say that that is one part of my family tree. I am related to the last Tsar of Russia, he that was killed. The whole family was killed in Russia. It's in my family tree also. So I don't know what she is going to answer about that. I have very much Russian in me and Ukraine, of course, because it belonged to Russia before, in the past. And all these countries there around Russia have been Russia in some years in the past. So it's written like that, that is Russia. And so they are coming today. And it is this, I think there is two preacher, pastor title in I have hard to, because it's easy to say LSD, but LDS church, they have two titles, and that is Aaron, under Aaron's title, and then it's very hard to say this name, Malkalish pastor. I'm sure I'm wrong when I say this, but there is two titles. So they are coming. I know one is this a little higher title, Markalish, this, and another, I don't know, he have just got his title, and he is not very smart. He is a nice man. He's very nice man, but he have not the brain that is in my will that my man should have. I want to learn from my husband and not be the mother of my husband. But he is coming today, and I know that church want all single men be married. And I'm not saying this about that he have lower intelligence. It's what other people say that know him. But I have ear and eyes to see with also. It may, I think they try to get him married. He's single and he's around my age, but he look very young. He like he's 50 years old, like that, much younger than me. And but he's coming here today, and so I have to clean up my home very well to make him be a little impressed of the home. That's my way of flirting. But I am not into marry him because of his title, and I am not into marry him if it's not in God's will. If I hear from God to marry this man, I do it. And then I don't come to Israel. I can come to Israel anyway, be married to him. It doesn't matter. But if it's God's will that to marry this man, I do it. But not my will. It's not my will at all. But he's okay. It's only his brain that is not attract me. I don't judge because that's a fact. And for me, I have it always been that I wanted my man to be smarter than me and teach me. But that smart things have been to try to destroy me mentally. They have not beat me up. They have beat me up mentally and try to place me so low as I can be. Still alive, but be their slaves. So that have not been good in this thing. So I wait for God to tell me what's in his will about this man. But he is still single and have been that forever. He have never been married. I think maybe he have not had any girlfriends either. So the title doesn't matter for me. I have never been impressed, and that have been very good because I can talk to everyone. And it's the same with religion now, that I am out from religion, but as long as I need to work on my family tree, I don't leave the church. There is no other alternative for a church. I have tried the most churches I can and religions, and there is no one for me. So it's the best to stay where I am and hope they understand who I am, because I have just yesterday I was looking at the surname Snow, it was in the past in the Mormon church, a woman that I was to the museum in Salt Lake City in 2017, and I find her, and she was the wife of Joseph Smith. I hear you saying that who have not been wife to those in the Mormon church in the past from the start. It's fun that you were thinking like that, because it's a very truth. That I do this Brigham Young because I have DNA there, and he had, I think it was 45 wives. So there is much breeding with their children then, and it's have reached me also. So it have been very hard to write in all those wives and the children. And that was only one man. And then it was more men that have many wives. So she's Snow, that was married to Joseph Smith. I was in the museum and I read about what they were saying about her in the museum, and it's in glass, and it's glass around it, so no one can take that away. So I take a picture of it, but I maybe have it. But it was telling that she was a healer, and she had this connection with God. So it was not only Joseph Smith that had that connection, because he heard from his wife also what she was saying, what God was telling her, and she is my ancestor. So I hope it will come one day a breakthrough, that they in the church can understand what is going on with me and what I have going on in my life about to be close to God. And but I know that there is people working against me, and there is people in the church I am in now that saying bad things about me behind my back, and to the bishop that is now. But God can make a breakthrough, like it seems have happened with my daughter, that she start to listen at me, and she not saying like do 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 do. I don't listen. Now she listen. So it can't come very quick sometimes. It can take long time for God to break through in people's mind. Their mindset have to be changed, and that is not a easy fix. You can get a easy fix with a mindset if people want to play with you because they get something from you, then they play that they have changed. But I'm talking about a real, steady change of the mindset that God need to take place. It's if they have talking about me after I was to Salt Lake City and I met those apostles there and talked to them about God talking to me. And if the apostle have written to Sweden, to my church, it doesn't come through, because that is an obstacle there that make it not happen. They have to go around it and maybe talking to those higher up than and then the church I am in. We see. I'm so glad that there is someone in London, UK. Yesterday it was 302 episodes that was listened at in London. Maybe not one person, but in that district, that area. And I hope it's going to be more. I have had this top of listener in United States also, but it was a long time ago. They are so sensitive because they, as I say in the last episode, that they are Catholic Lutherans. So it's very hard to reach them in United States. But many are in other forms of church. And there is, I know, because Richard, the boyfriend I had in United States, his mother was into the spiritual church. So there is that kind of church in United States also. And I understand that you in Ireland understand what I'm talking about and what the angels are talking about, because you are into this with the spirit things more than in other countries. And I have from Belgium also, and very much from Germany, and it's sometimes it's popping up from Moscow, Russia. Also, all countries need to be reached, and it's my podcast increase all over the world. I have more platform than that platform you are listening at. So you can't see how many that listen to this podcast, because they are in other platforms also. Yeah, I have on Spotify and other places to reach. So I don't want to talk so much today because I need to clean up my home. So I maybe do a recording tonight, and it's sad that it's a strong spirit that is coming here now, and I don't know what I'm going to do with you because the time ran out. These spirits say it will be fixed, the cleaning, even if I recording more, because this spirit seems coming from God. It's God's spirit that is on me. And he say that to me, that you should not fall into the trap. You should not fall into the trap, he say. God is telling me this now. The trap is to be full of stress, to not have time for God. That's what he's talking to me now. He said that the shortcut you can do in work and what you are on your way to do today is to have a talk with me, and that will go much faster what you need to do. That's what he's saying, that you can't pass by that God wants to talk to you, because the world is telling you that you need to clean up your home, when God is talking about cleaning up in the spirit way. And we need to take God first of all. And that's what he was talking to. And God is this one that doesn't speak so much. Most of the time it's only some few words he's speaking. So it's going fast here now. So he's leaving now, and let me close up. But he is telling that we should not say to God this, he's coming back, because I'm saying this. We should not say that to God, that we don't have time for him. Then doesn't he have time for you? If you need something and you need to talk about something that is in your mind, then he maybe don't have time for you if you don't have time for him. That's the message for today. So thank you for listening, and God bless you.